What's up, people? I want to show you guys something, and this is Bill Gates, and he's talking about what his worst fear is, basically. This video was made 2 years ago, and he literally talks about a virus being the issue.
A widespread epidemic, far worse than Ebola, in my lifetime is well over 50%.
So he believes there's a 50% chance of a virus attack happening. I thought that part was very interesting.
The Ebola epidemic showed me that we're not ready for a serious epidemic. An epidemic that would be more infectious and would spread faster than Ebola did. This is the greatest risk of a huge tragedy. This is the most likely thing by far to kill over 10 million excess people in a year. We don't need to...
Now you notice that he said to kill 10 million people, and this video was made 2 years ago. Now this video was uploaded only 4 months ago. So remember, the first one said 10 million. Now watch this one.
Respiratory spread pathogen would kill more than 30 million people in less than a year.
30 million people it would kill in less than a year. Bill Gates is predicting that a viral attack is coming. Interesting, isn't it? What's up, guys? And Bill Gates says 50% chance of a virus, and yet here's a video game called Tom Clancy's Division, which is actually a pretty good game to actually play. Up there it says Syria State, S-C-E-R-A. That's FEMA, by the way. And I guess they don't call it FEMA because of copyrights. But what I wanted to show you was this game was made, a couple years back. And it's pretty dead on. I mean, pictures on the wall, people looking for people. Dead people just laying there. This is New York City. And just when it thaws out in the spring, he's going to smell pretty bad. But there's garbage everywhere. Literally everywhere. And this is sometime after it hit. But if you noticed, if you're trying to get a vehicle down here, it would literally be impossible. This guy's looking pretty rough on how he's walking. Kind of looks like he's been drinking. But coming down here, even with a 4x4 truck, I mean, forget it. It looks like something plowed right through these gates here. You know? As you can see, I mean, look at those two tankers. I mean, you're definitely not getting through there with a 4x4. Maybe a motorcycle. Maybe even a bicycle. Now the game is done really well in the way of like garbage buildup everywhere. I mean, and that's exactly what would happen in the case of HTF. I mean, garbage would build up. I mean, just look down this alley. I mean, it's horrible.
I'm so hungry.
But the people themselves aren't very prepared. I mean, they're wearing not very good boots, not very good coats. Some have backpacks, but not too many. Like, here's a couple here. Let's have a look at them. You know, they're not very prepared. I mean, he's running around in running shoes in the middle of winter. Sweatpants, jacket.
Don't be an asshole. I saw them, okay? I know you have them. Please, just a few. I haven't had a cigarette in a week.
Well, she's begging for a cigarette.
All right. Well, we can make a deal, but you know what they say. You know, there's no such thing as a free lunch. I give you something, you gotta give me something.
Looks like she agreed.
I got half a power bar. I've been keeping it with me for a long time. But if you want it, it's yours.
So she's gonna trade food for cigarettes. Wow. I think he got the better end of the deal on that one. here's shots being fired, and that's the funny thing. I mean, that's exactly what would kind of happen. I mean, you'd hear shots off in the distance. You're not sure if the guy got killed or what. Now, the division are in place in this video game where the government had it set in place that if something went wrong, these guys would come in and reestablish law and order, basically. Where in the case of what Bill Gates is saying, there's really nothing in place. I think I got everything cleared up pretty good here now. But there's nothing in place, so if we literally had something like the smallpox or some crazy attack, the Ebola flu pretty much told us exactly what would happen. We were so not prepared. And I don't think any country is. And they're fighting.
Give me that.
Screw you!
My kid needs food.
Not my problem.
So as you can see, they're all fighting over food. Looking in vehicles. You come to an intersection,
And
it's
nothing
just
you need
crazy.
to worry about.
Bill Gates must know something about the viruses, because I mean, to be 50% sure that something's going to happen and it's going to be engineered on a computer, that's pretty bold. It's almost like he knows something we don't know. But most of these people aren't wearing proper clothing. They're not equipped. There's a lot of dogs everywhere. Check out that sign. Looters will be shot. There's people down there with guns.
Waste not, want not.
What do you mean waste not? What, are you playing eating?
Their
dead
souls
guy?
have gone to a better place.
Oh, that was this girl. She's eating from the garbage. So there she is eating from the garbage, but she don't even have a hat on. It seems like the signs are all there. I mean, we've got billionaires telling us there's a 50% chance of this happening. They're making video games on it. There's even an article, and I'll link it in the description box for you guys, where they actually did a test run in case something like this happened, and it completely failed. And they never continued on. They never figured out how to make it better or whether they should. There's no team in place where if some type of viral outbreak was to happen where they send a team in, don't exist. Don't exist anywhere. This guy's throwing up. He's definitely sick.
You restored my faith in humanity.
Glad I restored your faith. And you look at the intersections all blocked out by the police. And you know they were standing behind her with guns out, not allowing anybody to pass. Now inside this game, they also have a dark zone, where when you enter the dark zone, you go into what's referred to as PvP, which is player versus player. And I got a couple levels to go before I can go in there, which is beyond those walls. But somebody shoots me, then it means I could steal all my gear. So, and I'm sure there's lots of snipers in there just waiting to knock you out. But as you can see, there's no way you're going to get around here with a vehicle. Do you think they portray this properly? I mean, If something was to break out in Chicago or New York, like this is New York, do you think they portray this property where the garbage would be built up and the vehicles would block the streets where you can't get down here with a vehicle? Dogs all over the place? What's that guy doing?
Not quite done here.
Thanks for cleaning up the street.
Так больше не может продолжаться.
You don't belong here.
So yeah, that article. In the article, they talk about how they were trying to use social media, I guess to instruct people where to go, how to stay in their houses, this type of thing. But when they ran a test run, nobody listened. Nobody listened at all. It was a total mess. Too. But just checking out the backgrounds of this. Yeah. I mean, I got a garbage piled up around that truck. Jeez. I hear the gunshots, but I don't see them. Oh, they're down there. Like two different gangs are fighting. Looks like, you know, it just looks like it's melted right in the road where the fires were. And you see that, like, the garbage is built up there. Some of the side streets you go down, you can barely get down it because there's so much garbage. There's a bunch more. I've even come across some people where they'll sit back and they'll say, oh, this guy's got some silver on him. And they'll be like, big deal, I can't eat that. What else has he got on him? And they're searching his pockets, which I found kind of funny. But anyhow, guys, I'll put the links in the bottom on where those two videos are of Bill Gates talking about this. And the one video, I believe, is 2 years old, which he originally said 10 million people would die. And the other video is like 4 months old, and I think he now said 30 million will die. So he's definitely brought that number up quite a bit. And he's still sticking to his guns after 2 years that he's expecting something to happen. And I'll even have the link to that article where they did a test run to see what would happen if something like this did happen. But it is quite interesting that they're doing a bunch of testing on it. Billionaires are saying it's going to happen. 50% chance of happening. Making video games on it. A little bit scary, don't you think? Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the bottom. Catch you guys later.